Hello. Oh no, what have I done with my chapstick? There it is. So, Lord, y'all, I need to clean my desk. So, hello. How are you? Happy Wednesday. Happy 6th day of July. Tomorrow will be 1 week. 1 week of camp, 1 week of July. So, I mean, we're still in the midst of the first full week of quarter 3, especially if you're counting the beginning of the week as Monday. But yeah, we are 6 days in. How are we doing? Are we keeping up with our goals? Are we sort of having to take a day off? The overall enthusiasm and endorphins, are they running dry from that initial pedal to the metal start? If you took that approach, which is definitely what I did. And so as of yesterday, I definitely needed a little bit of a break. So I did not do as much yesterday. And I also, because I started messing up on some of the math that I was doing in my head when I was writing down my sprint trackers. So I did yesterday's in pencil. So it's much lighter. And so I may continue to do that until I have a chance to I could do it with the calculator and whatnot, but I do like to occasionally try it first with my brain. That way I don't lose all of my math skills. But yeah, so I think because I caught myself yesterday doing an oopsie and had to recalculate a couple of times to get my brain, because I'm keeping track in here of my complete July totals. And so, but I also am sort of keeping track of just this particular project that is my camp goal. And so I think I got those wires crossed yesterday. So anyway, so all that to say is I'm doing it in pencil so that I don't oopsies again and have to use layers and layers of whiteout, because I did do several times I've had to do whiteout because I was like, oh, I did this wrong. Let me fix it. And then I recalculated again and I realized I did it correctly the first time. This is where my math skills are so bad that I'm like, did I do this wrong? Yes, I must have done this wrong. No, wait, I did do it right. And so it's terrible. Anyway, so I'm trying to, I'm going to do it in pencil for now and go back and solidify once I am sure that I got the math correct. Either way, I am enjoying this story. I really am. I have my I have Scrivener set to the split screen to where I had some zero draft notes for multiple scenes at once over on the right, and then I have the currently drafting the full draft of the scene on the left. So I'm enjoying having that, which is nice. I'm still exploring Scrivener, even though I've had it for several years. I'm like, oh, there's new stuff, or new to me stuff. And yeah, so I also, oh, that reminds me, I thought of a concept this morning when it was the wee hours of the morning, and I was like, I need to write this down, otherwise I'm gonna forget it. And I put it in my cell phone. I did. Yes, I did. I didn't remember that I did that. Okay, so I have my, you can't even see that. It's just completely white, but I have a reminder board that is names of things. And so, oh, okay, yes. I have 2 notes in here that I wanted to write down. Okay, great. Y'all. I'm honestly surprised the backlight of this did not, I just spelled horse wrong. Because I wanted to make a connection to the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. And I just spelled horseman, Hourse, which is not how you spell any type of horse. Y'all, it's going to be a day. Anyway, So pardon me while I write down this note on paper so that I can have that while I am drafting today. Okay. I have this. Yay. No, I love when I remember to write things down, because I promise you, despite what my brain told me that I would remember it, I definitely would not have remembered it. Yes, words are hard. I don't know how many of y'all watch Caitlin and Evan on YouTube. They're a very fun DIY and resin and just experimental couple. They love doing and making things. But Evan has a shirt that says words are hard, and I want it so bad. So at some point I will probably purchase that merch and just wear it as kind of like a regular thing. But yeah, so that is definitely, we're going to make it through. It's a Wednesday's midweek. Sometimes the brain is a little weird because it's Weird Wednesday. I don't know. It just is. So we're going to roll with it. And I have tea and water, so I'm hydrated. So at least that. I have my document open. Hooray. That's step one. So yeah. Okay. Anyway, let me say hello and stop rambling and being weird. So anyway, I wanted to know how your monthly goals are coming so far, and if you are experiencing said midweek woes, or are you powering through and being amazing? I mean, you're amazing anyway, but CB says, I'm still behind and it's driving me mad. It is okay, CB. You can accomplish great things. Victoria Talks Writing says, I'm mostly on track, but I had a rough day yesterday, so you're excited to get back to work. Okay, so maybe you took your midweek slump a day early. That's also fine. Sako, hello. How are you? Today is the last day you have to work on your workshops for the convention this weekend. Ooh. So you must be in sort of like massive productivity mode then. Okay, gotcha. Elizabeth says, hello. Goals are coming along. You edited chapter 5 earlier today and starting on chapter 6 now. Ooh, moving right along. Excellent. Christian says, hello. Your goal for this month was 20K and you already have 10. What? That's amazing. You're not even a full week in and you're already halfway to your goal. That is amazing. Hoping that you can keep on going and surpass the goal by the end of the month. You can absolutely do that. Absolutely. That's amazing. Ayana is here. Hello. You are behind, but only by a little. You're hoping to catch up today. Excellent. Mama Maggie is here. Good morning, lovelies. Good morning. You need a 5K day to catch up because you played with the family instead of writing. Gotcha. Okay. So it seems like between yesterday and today, sort of like we're all on the, okay, we need to catch up game. Monique says, hey everyone, today's mood is what are words? Yes, that is a whole mood. You're trying to write a scene in Jane's POV that sums up her routine at school, and then contrast that with Andy's POV of Jane's friend in the next chapter. I already know that I'm going to have some real POV issues because I had started off alternating POVs between the two main characters, and then I think about scene. Let's see, what scene is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So about scene 5 and 6, I started to once the two characters are like together in the same room and have introduced themselves, the POV sort of like start switching and within the same scene, and I'm not sure I'm going to enjoy that. So I'm going to probably have to fix that in the edits, but we're not going to worry about that now. That is a problem for later, Jules. Poor soul. She's going to have a lot to deal with. Charlie says, hey. Hello, Charlie. How are you? How is your vacation? Jen says, hello. Charlie says, I'm still on streaming vacation as you try to figure out your life out and working on so many things. including world building summer camp. You will start streaming again next week. Yay. Elizabeth says math skills already long gone. I try to keep up like the bare minimum, occasionally. CB says math. I'm hopeless at math. Jen also despises math. Ayana says, considering rewriting your opening line, is starting with dialogue weird? I don't think it is, but I think first lines are always hard, but you do want something to catch attention. And if it's a line or something that somebody says that is shocking, that can work perfectly well. Jen says, I do that all the time. Open with dialogue. That's good. Yep. As long as it works. And now we're back to words are hard. Yes. Ayana says, to Jen, thank you. I was second guessing myself. We all. Jen says it can be a great way to introduce a character for me. That is also true. Jen says, I'm stuck on a plot at the moment, but taking your time working through it. It isn't a monthly goal issue, but a book for a client. Okay. Gotcha. CB says, I need 5,090 words to catch up. Good thing you got extra candy as your reward. Yes. Megan is here. Good morning, afternoon, evening. You've been talking with a school counselor about possibly going back to college in the fall semester. That's amazing. That's exciting. Hopefully the conversations are going well. Elizabeth says, poor all of us, fix it later as authors. Yes, exactly. Exactly. The ultimate procrastination to make it worse for ourselves later. Yes, that is how we do always. Okay, sorry y'all, I keep messing with my hair. CB says, I don't hate math, it hates me. I have often wondered where I fall on the, dyscalculia scale or spectrum. I don't know if there is really a spectrum for it, but I know it exists. So I don't know. Jen is excited about Megan's possibly going back to school in the fall. And CB says, I'm thinking of doing the Open University at some point. That's also exciting. Megan says, I have to discuss accessibility with the disability office, which gives you anxiety, but you are hoping to get some accommodations. Yes, absolutely. And hopefully they will be able to provide everything that you need. Rachel says, made it. Hello, everyone. Hello. And Kate says, hello, hello. You are stuck at work today. Oh, no. But happy writing and hope everyone doing camp is having fun. Yes. Speaking of sort of camp and fun, when I went to the grocery store last week, I think it was last week, they had a full-on display that the only thing in it was graham crackers, chocolate bars, and giant marshmallows. And I was like, if that is not a summer, like, that is a total summer, but also possibly fall. Just like anytime you want to grill and or / have a bonfire, that is like the ultimate display. Of course, they also, like, the whole display was like eyeball height down to the floor, so from adult to child you could see the idea of s'mores. I almost bought some, but I didn't because we already had the stuff at home. So I didn't need to buy more, but s'mores will be coming this summer because why not? That's my camp and fun idea. Elizabeth says, good evening for me, Megan. You also read the article that Megan wrote and got published. And hopefully she will drop the link a little bit later during sprint number 2 on abortion. And so good and also frightening. Thank you for sharing your story. Yes, it is very good and very frustrating to read at the same time because of Megan's experiences, not because it's bad brain. Mom Maggie says, accommodations help so much once they are in place. It will only take a short meeting every session to confirm that they have not changed. CB says, s'mores. I make them in the oven, in the microwave. It's safer. That is true. Jen is at the office, or asking Kate if she's at the office. Mom Maggie says, my middle is home for 10 days and wants to make Christmas fudge for her to take back. I mean, you know, Christmas in July? Question mark? Maybe that's an applicable reason to make Christmas fudge. You know. Kate says, no, not at the office, just glued to your computer. The government decided today was the day to make us juggle 4 ops at once. Oh no. S'mores are just summer fudge on a gram. Also, not wrong. Definitely not wrong. Jen says, sounds like fun. And I suspect there's a bit of sarcasm in this in response to Kate. Okay, so let's do the card for today. And also Rachel says to Megan, very good article, and also agreed with me that it was frustrating. CB, I don't need to know that. CB. I have not started shopping yet, so don't start. Okay, so we have our card, which is in the inverse today. Again, with the inverse, it's going to call a few of us out because that's what the inverse seems to be doing with this deck. So here's our card for today. It is the Swan Spirit. Time for a deep dive. He's so pretty. And it's number 60 in case you are having fun with numbers. I think the pink does sort of make it associate with a flamingo as well, but no, it's a swan. So the Swan Spirit, again in the inverse. So remember, it's upside down. Again, main message, time for a deep dive. Don't talk yourself into diving deep into something just because you see the potential of things instead of what they really are right now. The necessary work and patience involved may not be the best use of your energy. Have you seen the potential in someone and think that if you love and support them, they will become the person who knows you love them beyond all others? Have you stepped into an opportunity that you know feels too good to be true and may not turn out that way in the end? Now is not a time for selective, limited perception that can lead to misjudgment. Instead, this is a time for going deep and being honest about what you find as you explore the depths. Have no fear, for whatever you find below will help you love and understand yourself and others and make better choices. Can you sense the swan is calling you to dive deep and resurface to choose again? Okay. So, this is for those of us who have plot bunnies who are whispering in our ears rather insistently, may not be the time to dive into that plot bunny. It may not be currently worth the energy that we would put into that plot bunny. That is what the necessary work and patience involved may not be the best use of your energy. And also that have you seen the potential in someone and think that if you love and support them enough, they will become the person who knows you love them beyond all others. That is always fantastic advice to listen to, because there are going to be people in your life, people that you meet, people that are related to you, or people that you have thought were friends that may not necessarily be worth the effort that you have put into that relationship over time. So this is the swan calling you out, and me, and all of the people who are listening, that you need to perhaps reassess where you are putting your energy where you are putting your focus. So I think this is also definitely a warning that, when we have Camp Nano events, remember to have a tiny bit of balance in your life, just a little bit, because camp and writing can be all-consuming. However, don't wreck the other parts of your life in favor of camp. Let's put it that way. So, okay. And I saw a couple of people popped in as we were looking at our inverse swan. Morgan says, hello. Hello. Monique said, basically, don't go down the rabbit hole or overthink things. Yes, that is a nice way to put it succinctly. Laura is here. Yo ho ho. Hello. Hello, hello. Jen says, I love that deck. Me too. BA says, hey, y'all. Hello. And Elizabeth says, okay, I hear you, Swan. Yes. Laura says, I think I'm going to take a break from writing today and actually watch a movie. What movie have you decided? You haven't turned on the TV for 2 months. Wow. Is this a sign to finish Cinderella? I don't think this is a sign for that, as much as we wish. Kate says, oh, Swan calling me out today. Calling me out again, says Rachel. Elizabeth says, to Laura, your fairy godmother story is fantastic. Super chills. Yes. Oh, also, Laura, in case you haven't seen it, you probably have at this point, but I did DM you back in response to your Nephilim story, which was fantastic. Fantastic. Okay, sorry. I'm going to limit my fangirling to that and try to anyway. Monique says, I feel like the thing about people who have a lot of potential but don't fulfill it applies to Jane and her friend group. Ooh, interesting. Laura says to Elizabeth, oh, thank you. Yes. Rachel says, working on these revisions, and I've got a new possible secondary plot that you've been thinking about. Maybe you need to rethink it. Perhaps. Monique says she's blissfully unaware of how insecure her boyfriend and his groupies are. Ooh. Laura says, wait, I turned on the TV for the fireworks show. Okay, so besides that, you haven't watched TV for a movie in months. Wow. Yes. CB says, methinks it might be time to get off of the authortube bus and go back to flying solo. If that is what will help you get your words and focus, that is up to you. Jen says hi to BA, and Laura thought, okay, excellent, good. All righty. We need to do a sprint because we haven't done one yet. So we need to do a sprint. Would you like to start with a warm-up, 15, or would you like to go straight to the 25s? 15 or 25? Megan votes for a 15-minute warm-up. And so does Laura. All right. Yes, Victoria thirds that. So we will start with our farting Princess Platypus. And I love that I have that now. So I can just be like, yes, we're going to start with our Princess Platypus. Okay. So, 1, don't forget to save if you have already been working this morning. If you have not yet been working today, go ahead and pull your document up. 2, make sure you have something to hydrate with. I have both tea in a giant owl mug and water. Perfect temperature. Okay. 3, straighten your spine, roll your shoulders back for that posture check. And 4, make sure that if you need a break, take a break. But here we go. 15-minute warm-up sprint, silent farting platypus. This is one that has the farts at the end, so do try not to forget that. And we will go ahead and start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Okay, how was that? That wasn't terrible for me. And I'm trying to decide on another name. And I also need to figure out a word that I want. I'm going to highlight this because I want to come back to that later. What do I wanted to start with an A. Okay, let's see what good old Scrivener can come up with. Writing tools, name generator, female names. The forename should start with an A, and also, oops, there we go. I just knocked my lotion over. Okay. Okay, so Amelia keeps coming up. I think I prefer, because I was thinking something with maybe like Aramina, something ending with Amina. And nothing is coming up with an ending with an Amina in this. Amelia is the closest that they're coming up with sort of like British and like influences. Alicia, Abigail, Amy, Anna, Alexandra, and like all of the different spelling variations of those. But like starting with an A, Anna, Amelia, Alice or Alicia, Ava, Amber, and then like all of the variations of those spelling wise. There's no Ashley. There's no like, this is very, very limited in terms of the very, I mean, it's got tons of variation in spelling, but like the core names, there does not appear to be that many. Okay. All right. I'm going to have to think about that in a little bit. Okay. Anyway, this character needs to be like a gossip who wants to be a matchmaker. So she like likes to be up in everybody's business. So if you have an opinion about a super gossipy matchmaker that her name starts with an A, do give your opinion. Please, I need a name for this countess who needs to be all up in everybody's business. And I think she might possibly, if this becomes a series, she should probably be a reoccurring character to be all up in everybody's business. So help me name my character, y'all. So like middle-aged, nosy woman. Middle-aged, nosy, wannabe matchmaker who like definitely needs to be all up in everybody's business. That is her life. So if you have an opinion about the name, do feel free. Okay. I will take all suggestions. Okay, let's see. I didn't even say what I did. I got 303 words that time. Let me write that down so I can do the math later. Monique said I just had a pantsing moment of brilliance. Love that. Yes. Heather popped in. Hello. Paget also popped in. Laura's going to be watching Doctor Strange 2. I still have not seen that. And then Mom Maggie says Princess Flatulpus for our friendly farting platypus. And I laughed so hard when I saw this. Let's see. What else? CB is watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 1, Part 2. Jane is going to be eating fried eggplant for her lunch. Not exactly something you'd typically see eaten at a school. That is very correct. Because normally eggplant, like fried eggplant especially, is better when it's fresh. So, Laura says, I want to write 2 Gothic flash pieces to add to Tiny Shivers, so you might also watch The Body Snatcher with your favorite Boris Karloff. Elizabeth is yet again laughing at the fart sounds at the end. Love that. Laura worked the day job. Also a good choice. Keep the bills paid. Christian got 290 words. Excellent. Mom Maggie got 397. Fantastic. CB got 11 words. Love the double number. Jen wrote 279. Excellent. Ayana got 170 words and spent some time deciding names. Me too, but only got 1 out of 5. Well, you're doing better than me. I had 3 characters to name, and I named 1.5. Shadow's Lair, hello, dropping in to say hi. It's been a long time. It has, but welcome. Elizabeth said, I figured out I have basically description vomited on chapter 6 and you're trying to scale it back now. Gotcha. Megan says, I got distracted by the boyfriend who insists on deciding lunch right now. Food. We want food. Rachel says, I need to decide. Per the Swan, I believe I will leave the door open for adding the other complication, but maybe not spend a lot of time diving into it just yet. Fair enough. Laura says to Megan, I could go for PB&J sandwich. Also a good one. Edwina, ooh. Maybe I'll save Edwina for later. But this character, for whatever reason, my brain says she needs an A name. But I do like Edwina. Maybe that will be one of the grandmother characters. Ananda or Anamia. Let's see. Megan says the boyfriend has suggested steak and lamb chops, which is just too heavy for lunch. Well, I mean, you can do steak on a salad, like steak strips, or do like fajita style steak strips in a burrito or something. Anemia, way too heavy. And Yvonne. Yvonne. I don't know. Ariadne. Maybe. Lots of alligator Mina. BA says, looked for a name for a pizzeria, but no. So we're all naming things. You like the Italian version of Alice, which is pronounced Alice? Wilhelmina. Ooh, maybe Wilhelmina. I do like one. There was the Mina thing. Karamina. I really like Wilhelmina, though. What happened to my A? Oh, no. Wilhelmina. Okay, Amelie. Yep, Amelie. Aramina. That was what I was initially thinking, maybe. But Wilhelmina or Aramina? I think I like Wilhelmina better. Okay, Ariana. Arabella. Arabella's really nice too. Okay, Rachel says, because I knew an Emily that was just like that, so Amelie is close. Ah. CB is doubling down on their Ariadne. Rachel is laughing and sounds like an Asian auntie, kind of, and that's kind of like the auntie vibe is definitely kind of what I was wanting. Annalise, Adele, Amara. I think of those three, like Annalise. Laura has some name suggestions for the pizzeria. Cheese on Us, Pepperoni Cups, Deep Dish Diner, Pascal's Pizzeria. Also a good choice. Thank you. Those are good ones. You really like Deep Dish Diner. Cool Gamer is here. Hello. BA says, Rachel, thank you. I noted that one down as well. Excellent. CB says, I've had dinner and one bag of candy, but you're still kind of hungry. Maybe some popcorn? Wilhelmina, there is an A, but it is very old sounding. Yes. I know. Your great-grandmother was named Wilhelmina. The mic sound happened again. Oh, no. Sorry. Apologies for whatever mic sound is happening. The air is... I can tell the air conditioner is on again. So if that's what it is, I don't know. Maybe I'll have to close my vent or something. Mom Life is calling Heather. Wilhelmina Theodora sounds like a very aristocratic spinster name. I do like Wilhelmina because she's supposed to be old countess who's like in everybody's business. But Theo, I'm going to actually save for another character. So I've already got that name on the list. Elizabeth says absolutely. By Heather. Not allowed popcorn because it sticks to your teeth. Gotcha. Okay. Well, thank you very much for the name suggestions. I'm going to contemplate between a couple of these names, but yeah, Wilhelmina is now on top of my list. What about Rose as a middle name? That Wilhelmina Rose, Countess Wilhelmina Rose. Yeah, that's not bad. I like that. So anyway, while I contemplate and decide what exactly this character's name is going to be, we need to do another sprinty sprint. So I think I will go ahead and pull up our pug timer. And don't forget that sprint number 2 is your self-promo sprint, which means if you have something to promote, now's the chance to do it. So brain. Promo reminders. Got to do those first, otherwise I'm going to forget. Promo reminders. If you have a YouTube, Twitch, social media, website, blog, Amazon author page, Etsy store, any of that kind of stuff, don't forget to promote yourself. But here we go. 25 minutes. 1, don't forget to save. File, save. 2, don't forget to hydrate. Cheers. 3, straighten your spine, roll your shoulders back for that posture check. And 4, make sure that if you need a break, take a break. Here we go. 25-minute Pomodoro. Silent. Our little farting pug is silent until the end when you can hear one fart. 25 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Okay, y'all. Don't forget that was the second sprint. So if you did not do the self promo, make sure you pop that in the chat. I need to get the next sentence down in my brain because I don't have a note on it, but I need to put it in. That's probably going to be too long of a paragraph, kind of an awkward phrasing, but it'll do for now. It will do. Okay, where are we? We're at 943. Okay, so we got 640. For that sprint, 640. That's not bad. I like that. Don't forget to save. So I'm almost at 1,000 words for the stream. Not bad. Okay. Rachel is going to write through on a roll. Excellent. All right. Let me roll back up and Rachel, Rider on Wheels, is here. Hello. Almost forgot about the sprints today. You're here, but you've got 15 chapters to get through today. All right. Got to get going then. Jen writes, Romance says, all of my info can be found on my YouTube bio. Excellent. Mom Maggie says, here is my hashtag 7-day story, Death and the ADA. There's the link to that. Megan says, have you read my abortion essay yet? Curious about what everyone is talking about, because we have mentioned it several times. And there's the link where you can read it for yourself. CB's going to get a snack. Elizabeth sells promo. Elizabeth Wrights has a live stream tomorrow, Thursday, at 6 p.m. GMT +1, which is noon Eastern. And he would love for people to join. And here's the link for that. Megan will also be hosting the We Will Not Go Back AuthorTube video anthology. If you would like to participate, feel free to message Megan and she will give you access to the Discord. Mom Maggie says my AuthorTube writing conference presentation, which is Writing the Tree, and there's the link for that. AuthorTube writing conference is the 15th through 17th, I believe, is that, if that's the correct date. It's the middle weekend of the month. And here's Megan's Twitter and Instagram. So the We Will Not Go Back anthology submissions will be due on August 8th, and the anthology will go live on the 9th. BA says, check out my nano project here at bapescar.com. And there's the link for it as well. And BA says, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. Yes, please. And turn your notifications to all. Also, check out the links in the description box. Yes, I do have some links for you there. Laura's link tree, all of your link tree stuff, includes your podcast and the Flash Fiction Fairy Godmother. And Monique has a question. Would it be cheesy for Andy to come into the library while Jane is moping and quote Shakespeare at her? It depends. If Andy is... I'm trying to remember, because I think most of your characters are kind of like theater kids. And in that case, Yes, they would absolutely quote lines. This from my experience of one of my besties being very, very, very into Shakespeare and quoting all the time. Paget says, I am currently uploading edits to your first book, so you will share it when things are uploaded. Silver lining to do zero marketing with your very first book. That is true. Second chance to fix things. Yes. Paget says no to the quoting Shakespeare, especially if he's self-deprecating about it. Paget says Shakespeare is so great because so many of those quotes are very applicable. Yes. Too many so's. I do that too. He admits that his mom made him watch all the Kenneth Branagh adaptations. His mom is a total Anglophile. Sigh no more, ladies. Gotcha. Okay. That's an appropriate line, I think. Victoria says, I will be uploading videos on my channel very soon. I'm posting videos about your writing journey and media analysis type stuff. Excellent. Elizabeth is laughing at the fart sound. Yes. Jen says 489 words. Too many interruptions that time. CB got 20 words. And Stan Lee is in this episode. Fantastic. That was where Rachel was on a roll. Elizabeth says, you got a good start on chapter 6 and feeling a good bit better about it. Turns out you don't need to know the intricate detail on the wine glasses. True in most contexts, yes. 5 chapters. Ooh, fantastic, Rachel. 10 more to go. That's awesome. Christian got 359, 359 words. Megan took the dogs out and they're more restful now. Excellent. Mom Meg got 386 words. Ayana got 454, deleted everything you wrote last sprint and cut out the 4 unnamed characters. Oh no! Death to the characters. BA says, spent that sprint getting the candles, flashlights, and power banks together. A storm is rolling through. Oh no! You had one yesterday and the power was out for 7 hours. Yikes. I guess that means save your documents and also make sure you have notebooks and pens or paper and pencil to work with. CB is tiptoeing towards 10K. Yes. Allie is here. Hello. You've decided your nano project would be a fan fiction, an angsty and emo fanfic for Ladybug and Cat Noir. Nice. Elizabeth says hi to Allie's. Sounds so good. And Allie says, I'll send you the link when you publish it. Excellent. BA says to Mama Maggie, thank you for subscribing to my site. Have I subscribed? I think I have, but I will check. Make sure you have tissues. Oh no. Paige says, I was doing birthday stuff with your daughter yesterday. Otherwise, you would have been all over the 4 a.m. sprints. Or 5 a.m. I think it's 4 a.m. for you, regardless you are here for next week. Gotcha. Okay, let's do another sprinty sprint. I think we will switch to the turtle timer. You notice how I am not giving you an option this time? I am taking control. No, I'm just like, I would like a turtle timer. At least once a time. Okay, share. Okay. I think I have everything set up now. So 1, don't forget to save your document. File, save. 2, make sure you have something to hydrate with. I have about half of my tea left. 3, straighten your spine, roll your shoulders back for that posture check. And 4, make sure that if you need a break, take a break. Here we go, 25 minutes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. That was the end of that sprint. I do not know if I got my estimated 625, so I guess I got to do the math. I think I might have. Yes, I think I did. But let's see how much exactly I got. Okay. 1, 9. Okay, I got 716. So I got well over my estimated for that sprint. And so I'm almost at my 5 per day. Yeah, I'm 5 words short of my 5 days a week total for today. So that's nice. Okay. How we doing? Oh, also, let me check. Let me make sure I have the link. Let's see. I think it's on Becca's channel. Is that today? I thought it was today. Am I remembering that wrong? I thought Becca and Cachet were going to be doing a stream. Let me check Devin's playlist. I don't see it. Maybe I remembered the day wrong, or I don't know. Maybe Becca canceled so that she could pack. I'm not real sure. But how did we do? How did we do? Scroll. I think Laura had some excerpts for us. Okay, yes, this was, I was estimating that I would get around 625. I'm glad that I exceeded that. Writer on Wheels, Rachel was hoping to get 5 chapters done. Let's see, Monique got done with the scene or chapter word count goal that you wanted to get. Ayana guessed maybe 300 words for the sprint, but also need a name for a cat. You don't want to cut the cat out. An orange and white Maine Coon. Oh, Maine Coons are so fluffy. So fluffy. Thinking about a food name. Okay, so orange and white fluff. So I'm thinking maybe caramel macchiato. Like something along that lines. Or taffy, maybe. Taffy could be fun. Laura says, stars... okay, so we have an excerpt. A lovely excerpt. Stars shimmered in an arm of the Milky Way, engulfing the sky I was falling up into, ascending. Its colors seemed more vibrant from being sifted through the chemicals suspended in the upper atmospheres, and I had to wonder, is anybody out there? Are any of the stars actually ships I had grown up seeing in sci-fi movies? Will they take me away from the consequences of humanity? The North Star glimmered straight ahead. Its light reached down into my hazmat suit encased face, its fingers carting through my hair, whispers tickling my ears, gaze locked with mine. Ooh. Interesting. I like it. NKR says, hi, do you have any tips for getting over writer's block? Write something different. like a different genre. Write in your journal, write brainstorms for a brand new idea, write for a blog, write nonfiction versus fiction, write little things. Just keep writing. That's one way. Or you turn to a break of writing and you turn to consuming media of reading or watching, something that you can escape to, so it gives your brain a break or percolates some ideas. So you have two options: continue to write or take a break. that is your options. And Allie says, yes, right. You try, but the words don't come out. Yeah, it's just, for a lot of people, it is just the practice of becoming more disciplined in your writing, making sure that you can write at any time. But there are also a lot of people who say, no, you must take a writing break to consume something, to refill your well. So it's which side of the philosophy you fall to and which works for you. So try either. CB says, watch something you enjoy. Laura says, ask magic question. Like, what is the coolest way the characters could get from point A to point B? Or what would be the worst thing that could happen at this point in the story? Yes, and then make that thing happen. So when I can't write, it's what you're writing. So you tend to switch stories. Yep. Like the suggestions. Yes. Sometimes you need to take a break and let the story percolate in the back of your mind and work on something else in the meantime. Yes. Basically, it's a dual POV. You're going into their childhoods. So you could switch which POV you're working from. I think you'll have to read the first book of the series again because it's kind of interlinked, but not quite. Gotcha. Okay. If you're blocked, it's for a reason sometimes. Yes. Sometimes Laura needs to set a timer to have to complete the scene or story before the timer runs out. Forces you to think on your feet and come up with different solutions that you hadn't thought of in advance. Gotcha. NKR says, I wish I wrote chapter summaries while you were writing, to be honest. One of the things that I have wound up doing is in Scrivener. You could always do this in Word or in Google now that they have the outline format, is that you title your chapters with like the core thing that is happening in there. It doesn't have to remain that as the title, but just for you as you are navigating through, having that little bit of a clue helps, I find. So like I have Two Bodies and Misdirected Blame as one of my chapter titles, because there are going to be two bodies by the time the chapter is done. Things like that. So if, as you're rereading, you might want to go back and do that for yourself. And Kara says, yeah, it's that one character has got all this internal struggle, etc., and you're not sure about the other. Gotcha. You can start writing chapter summaries now. Yeah, it doesn't matter that you didn't do it for the first bit. They go through the same thing, but in a different way. Gotcha. Laura says, my chapter summary / outlines are just a few bullet points. Also a possibility. NKR says, true. I'll have to read the first book and do it as you go. Yeah. Yeah, Laura writes mostly horror. Sci-fi and dark fantasy as well. Okay, so then we're talking about how awesome Laura is. Yes, absolutely. You should check out Laura's channel. She's amazing. Writer on Wheels, Rachel says, yes, got those 5 chapters done. Yes. One more sprint should do it for you. Then you can send it off to betas and relax. NKR says, mine are more plot developed, like fancy writing style. Gotcha. CB get 2 words. You were watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Excellent. Ayana got 339 and finish the chapter. Yay! Rachel Adams got 3,992 words revised. Nice. Very, very nice. Elizabeth says, got halfway through the chapter, 1.5 chapters for the day, and the daily goal is accomplished. Yes. And KR has been feeding the nephew. Also a good thing. Rachel says, anyone else having loading issues on NaNoWriMo? Sometimes their site gets overwhelmed. One of the nice things is that you can now backdate updates, so it won't mess with your badges necessarily if you have to wait until later to log in. But yeah, it does occasionally have issues. Love the nails. Thank you. I decided to go with blue, and they almost perfectly match my glasses. Didn't realize that until just now. CB says, have you tried clearing your cookies, cache, and browsing history in order to get NaNoWriMo.org to work? CB says also restarting your browser might help. 394 words, but woohoo, total of 11,592 words revised so far. You're amazing. Mom Maggie had 146 words and then had to take a shower because the cat decided you needed to wear the soapy water in a soaking pan by the sink. Oh, lasagna for the cat name. Taffy sounds perfect. Excellent. Glad I could help. Laura suggests tempura as well. That's a good one. I love tempura. So wildfire, sunspot, Goldilocks, toffee. Yes. Megan also suggests for writer's block, write down hundreds of ideas and then mix and match until you get something that sparks your interest. Okay, so yes, this is fantastic. And this is one of the things that I do love to do, especially with tarot cards or the archetype cards. Do I have that set out somewhere? I don't. I think I have it tucked in the drawer is under the camera. But I have a collection of archetype cards and their characters. And so I did this thing for a while where in order to generate story ideas, I would pull one and that was my protagonist. Then I would pull another and that was my antagonist. Then I would pull a third one and that would be a sidekick for either the protagonist or antagonist. It was the choice of whichever my brain was okay with. So you have this choice of like 70 some characters, archetypes of characters that pretty much all cultures have some version of in their literature and in their stories. And so you could have you could pull and have the sage be your main character, your protagonist. But then you could pull and have the hero or the heroine be your villain, be your antagonist. So you would have the sage being your hero, the hero being your villain, and then you'd pull the divine child as a sidekick for one of the two of them. And so you would have to figure out how you would build a story around those three characters and their roles. But because of the number of cards, you had like thousands of different combos you could have, which is really fun. So I should probably do a video on that at some point. But yeah, so I think I did in June of 2019, I did a 30 prompt with the three different characters. That's on my blog. So if you want to go back, dig through that's there. But yeah, so it's fun. You can absolutely do just like pull random cards and see what you can find in what kind of a story you can find in those characters. Do the same thing with tarot cards. Do the same thing with like random character generation type things. It's quite fun to do. Okay. So we had some more great other suggestions for writer's block, and Goldilocks is so cute. I can't. Rachel does that with the chapter headings. It's set up with scene description, and if the POV changes, you note that as a subheading. Yes, and I have one that is just titled Villain POV because that's where I intend to have villain's POV. So yes. Your friend named her Maine Coon Grizzly. Oh, so cute. And Kara says, to be fair, it's more like little Easter eggs and hints of what's going to happen next. Gotcha. As your summaries. Rachel got a 4th chapter done. Fantastic. Victoria says, I just tend to think that people use writer's block and when they aren't sure what they're referring to, but people act like there's one magic solution. Yeah, there's not, because everybody's writing process is different. So like sometimes if it's boredom with the story, you got to figure out why you're bored. Yeah, absolutely. Feel like the book is somewhat emotionally taxing because their childhoods are the only sense of normality they have. Big focus on mental health. Yeah. Yep. Thanks for all the tips. You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay, let me see what's going on the tube. See if there's somebody. Okay, nobody seems to be streaming at the moment, at least on my list. So I think we might be okay to do another sprint if y'all are down for that. Yes, let's do that. Let's do another sprinty sprint. Videos. There's like another. Okay. We will do another turtle timer because I have good luck with that one. I wonder why. It's not at all because my nickname as a child was Little Turtle. No, never. All right. Okay. One more. Let's do this. Then I will have done 4 sprints today. All right. 1, save your document. 2, make sure you have something to drink. Cheers. 3, straighten your spine, roll your shoulders back for that posture check. And 4, make sure that if you need a break, take a break. Here we go. 25 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. All right. Yay! Congrats, you finished. Hooray! That's amazing. Ooh, I stopped at a good number. I stopped at 2,444. It's not often I get that much of a repeating number. Let's see where we're at. That was 782. That sprint. Nice. Nice. I went up every single sprint thus far today. Yay. And now that that is done, I can... Okay, where have I put it? Here it is. I can color in my flower petals, or flower petal for today. And I'm still planning on doing some more sprints this afternoon and evening, so I will not put down my total word count just yet, also because I have to do the recalculation and math from yesterday. But out of the first 6 days, I've only missed 1 day. Hooray! So that's nice. It's fun. It will be very very colorful when I am done. But yay. It's exciting. Okay, let's see how y'all did. I know we were talking about saving and anxiety and backups. Paget says, I love this turtle. He's so zen. He is very zen, very chilled, very relaxed as he just keeps on swimming. So, yes, and we were talking about backups and saves and everything, and I mentioned I do know some people, some writers who save as every single day that they work on their project. They click save as instead of just save, and they have the working title, whatever it is. So say you're doing Project Purple. So you'd say Project Purple 7/5/22. And then the next day, Project Purple 7/6/22. And so you do that every day. Some people. And then Mama Maggie says, I do this every month. Every document you are still working on when the month changes gets a new date, so you can keep track of the progress. Yes. And that's also so that if you make a decision that you have to go back to a certain space, you can see when you changed things or when you updated, things like that. So Paget says, that's brilliant. Like track changes, but without all those pesky tracking characters. Yes. Alice says 2 paragraphs in and I'm already crying. I need stuffed animals and chocolate. Oh no. Oh no. Paget says, guys, I have to find a way to remember to stop the clock on Clockify. It helps you see how long you work on things, but only if you stop it when you're done. Yes. This is true. You didn't stop it last time, so you've been inputting edits for 122 hours. Oh no. How does it not know that if you close your laptop, you're no longer on the laptop? I don't know. I do not know. Really getting into it. That's great. Lots of things. Okay, so Laura says, congrats to Rachel Rudder on Wheels. So does Rachel Adams. All the Rachels. Woot Woot says Mama Maggie. Paget says, congrats. Ellie is switching to the laptop as your wrist hurts from handwriting. You can only handwrite for a page or two before the pain kicks in. Ouchies. And Mom Maggie is sending you a teddy bear and chocolate. Jen wrote 592 words. Fantastic. No stopping until I get to the 4s. I mean, it could be a goal. But I will definitely have to stop streaming because, yeah, have a little bit of a thing that I need to do after the stream ends. So unfortunately can't continue the stream, but I will continue to sprint. Victoria says 654 words. Nice. Rachel says, now I just need to get up the courage to actually send it to betas. Yes, you can do it. You can absolutely do it. CB got 10 words, and Disney Plus is being a butt. Oh, no. Rachel says, Disney Plus was being a butt last night for me, too. Just wanted to watch Bad Batch. Oh, no. You mark the file you're working on as this one. You love that name. Yes, yeah. Mm-hmm. But it only works until you have about 10,000 files that all say this one. Send it to me. And KR says, I'll read it. Yes. Okay. All right, y'all. It is now 3:45, which is 45 minutes after we normally end streaming. So let me pop Devin's playlist in the chat. Because I do need to, one, do a little bit of laundry, but also do a couple other things before I can get back to writing. So yes, so hopefully I will see y'all in the chats a little bit later. It is Wednesday, but Charlie is vacation, doing a streaming vacation. Doc name final. For real, I mean it this time. Yes. Absolutely. All right, y'all. Don't forget to save. And I will see y'all on Friday, if not before, in the chats. All right. Have fun. Goodbye. I'll see y'all soon.